If you're new to content creation and you want to be a video creator, it can be very overwhelming learning about all the different types of gear available. Most of the reviews are very technical and they really don't mean anything unless you already know what you're talking about. So that's why I created this, the non-technical person's guide to content creation equipment. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Hey, welcome back. My name is Dom and I run the Datapreneur YouTube channel. I use video content to sell other people's products online. So if you're looking to get into content creation, you might want to consider subscribing to this channel because I'll show you how to use the video content you create to make some extra money by selling other people's products. But enough self-promotion, let's get into why you came. First thing we're going to talk about here is microphones. And the reason being is that you're probably holding a good enough camera in your hand right now. That's because most cell phones have a camera that shoots at least 1080p, some even shoot 4K. There's no need to spend extra money on a dedicated camera just yet. This video is being shot using my Google Pixel 3's selfie camera on the front-facing mode. It shoots in 1080p, which is full HD, and is fine for most YouTube channels. There's really no need to go 4K or 8K, unless you're creating some really cinematic content, but for the basic tutorial style YouTubes, this is fine. But back to microphones. You need an external microphone because this is what you sound like on your phone's built-in microphone. It's fine for making videos at family parties and hanging out with friends, but it's just simply not going to work if you want to be competitive on YouTube or TikTok or any other video platform. So let's talk about the three basic types of microphones and how they each sound. The mic I'm on right now is the Shure MV7, and it's what's called a dynamic microphone. Now, I don't want you to get too hung up on the brand and the model. This particular mic is $249, but there are great dynamic microphones that can be had for about $100 and really anywhere in between. On this video, I want you to really focus in on the style of equipment, not necessarily the brand and the model. Now, dynamic mics are actually used on the field by sports reporters because they have a lot of noise canceling properties. Now, you probably can't hear it, but I've got laundry going in the next room. The dynamic microphone cancels that out and only records my voice. Dynamic microphones are great if you don't have a sound-treated room or you're in a big open space. Right now, I'm in a basement with concrete walls, and there's a lot of echo and there's a lot of reverb. Dynamic microphones take care of a lot of that. And some of the higher end ones like the Shure have built-in compression and they give you that silky smooth radio voice. The only real downside I see to dynamic microphones is that they always have to be very close to your mouth. They're always going to be in shot and they're really hard to move around with. To show you what I'm talking about, like if I move away from the mic, if you're not really going to pick me up, it doesn't go away. But the second I come back in shot, you can hear me again. That's all the noise canceling properties at work. The other downside is that they kind of have to be off to the side because you have to be so close. If they're right in front of you, you have a lot of what's called plosives, which is all of the wind buffeting noise that you hear. For instance, if I talk right into the microphone just like this, you're probably going to hear a lot of wind noise. But if I move it off to the side, they go away because my wind and my voice is going past the mic, not into it. The next type of microphone I want to talk about is called a condenser mic. You might notice that I sound a little bit different, and that's because I switched mics. The mic that I'm on right now is the Blue Yeti condenser mic. This microphone can be bought for about $100, but again, don't get caught up on brand and model, listen to the type of microphone. Condenser microphones are very popular because they don't actually have to be placed right next to your mouth in order to work. As a matter of fact, there's about 2 feet between my microphone and my voice right now, and it's coming in pretty clear. In fact, you can be across the room and they're still going to work. Now, the downside to a condenser mic is that they are sensitive. They will pick up absolutely anything. As a matter of fact, I actually had to turn the laundry off because it was so overwhelming over my voice. If you listen closely, you can probably even hear the dehumidifier that's in the next room as well. When I first started making videos, I used the condenser microphone. But once I started making videos during the day while everybody in the house was up, I switched over to a dynamic because there was just too much noise coming in and it was ruining the sound quality of my videos. So if you're going to be using a condenser microphone, make sure that you have a quiet room or at least something that's treated for some sound absorption and some sound insulation. And probably the best part where condensers really shine is if you're doing an interview style video. You could have one mic on a table between two people 4 feet apart, and that same microphone is going to pick up both people. Now the third and final type of microphone type I want to talk about is the lavalier mic. This is a little small microphone that's meant to be clipped onto your shirt. It goes right in the middle of your chest, and it's meant to pick up your sound so you can actually talk naturally as if there's no microphone even there. This microphone I picked up for about $12 on Amazon, and it comes with a cord that plugs right into my phone. The sound quality is not as good as one of the larger microphones, but for 12 bucks you couldn't beat it, and it makes it very easy for shots when I'm outside or if I'm traveling. Again, they are great for outdoor shots, and they clip right onto your shirt, have a cord, but you can pick up cordless lavaliers for about 50 to 75 bucks. Personally, I don't think there's any reason to go cordless on a lavalier, because if you're doing vlog style videos, your camera is always going to be within arm's length of you anyway. And the cord to this microphone is like 10 or 15 feet long. So that's enough about microphones. Let's talk about camera equipment. So now that we've talked about microphones, let's actually talk a little bit about cameras. Most of the time I use my Google Pixel 3 to record my videos, unless I'm doing something that involves screen recording. Then I flip over to my Logitech C920 webcam, which, if you can't tell, I've switched to. I really only use this webcam when I'm doing screen record style videos because it's not quite as good as the Google Pixel. However, it is USB and it is easily read by my screen record software, and it just makes editing 1,000 times easier. Everything's already synced up. And this particular webcam is pretty cheap at $59, and it shoots in 1080p. But it really struggles in low light conditions. I haven't changed any of the lighting settings here, but if you look on my face, you can see that it's not quite rendered as clearly as it was on the Google Pixel. But if we turn the lights on and go with a more traditional look, the camera does a lot better. But now a quick warning about web cameras. If you're searching on Amazon, you'll see a few that are advertised to shoot in 4K, and they're only about 29 or 30 bucks. I bought one of them about 2 years ago. It worked for about 6 months, and then it crapped out, and it only shot in 1080p. If you're looking for a webcam, spend the extra 20 bucks and get the Logitech, get the name brand. It's not that much money, and this one's actually going a year and a half later. I haven't seen any decrease in performance at all. Now, most high-quality webcams have a microphone built in, but you absolutely want to avoid using them at all costs, and here's why. This is what you sound like when you're using the built-in microphone that came with the webcam. It's great for Zoom calls and video conferencing, but it's really not going to work if you're creating any kind of content. Make sure you either disable this mic completely in your computer settings or deselect it every time you go to use it with any kind of software, or you're going to sound like this on video, even though you have a nice microphone. So there you have it. I hope I cleared up a lot of gear questions, and now when you're shopping, you're a much more informed shopper. And remember, you don't always have to buy the most expensive equipment. There are a ton of good budget-friendly options out there, and as long as you get the right type of equipment, you'll get the look or the sound that you're looking for. Not to mention that the casual viewer most of the time can't tell the difference between a $100 microphone and a $500 microphone. So again, get the correct style that fits your budget and you'll be all right. If you have any questions, be sure to drop a comment below. Take care. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, hit the thumbs up button. That way YouTube will show you more of my videos. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn the bell on so you'll get notified as soon as new videos get released every week. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments and share this with one friend. And if you want step-by-step instruction over 15 days, check out my link in the description for the Online Business Builder Challenge.